My name is Rohan Aluri and this is my Physics 2212 lab. So the purpose of this experiment was to collect data from a magnet that is falling through a conductive tube, which is made out of aluminum foil, to also model the magnet and tube interaction computationally, and then compare computational predictions with my observed data. Some of the physics principles involved that we used were magnetic flux, and the formula can be seen there, which is also the amount of magnetic field which passes throughout an area. Additionally, Faraday's law, which is voltage that is correlated with the time derivative of flux. Lenz's law, which also explains how an induced current can create a magnetic field which opposes change in flux. And lastly, Ohm's law, which is I is equal to V divided by R. So the system in this experiment is a setup with the tube and the magnet itself, while the surroundings are the tube of aluminum foil and the earth. Some of the additional conditions in the observations that we made in this experiment were that velocity and position both equal 0, that the only magnetic field present is that on the magnet and the foil, and that the tube's thickness is at least 1 centimeter. For a quick summary of our results, we saw that the experimental results were 0.5912 seconds, and that the computational result was 0.593 seconds. Some of the measurements that we observed in the experiment were the aluminum foil, and the tube of the aluminum foil had a length of 0.3 meters, a width of 0.015 meters, an inner radius of 0.025 meters, and an outer radius of 0.04 meters. The magnet itself had a mass of 0.023 kilograms, and we found that mu is equal to 2.1. This is a table of the experimental data that we found, and we can see that as the magnet falls, it floats to some extent, making it going much slower than it would in a free space due to the aluminum foil tube that is applied as an upward force on the falling magnet. And the average time out of all these trials was 0.5912. These are the checkpoint questions for the first one. The steel pipe tube contains iron, which makes it act as an induced dipole. This means that the falling magnet will have a magnetic force with the tube, which could lead to misleading results. And for the second one, the magnet will fall slower when in the tube than compared to free fall due to the changing magnetic flux that returns an upward magnetic force. So this was the computational code that we used via GlowScript, and as you can see in the first image at the top, we initialized the conditions of such things like the length, the width, the inner radius, and the radius. And in the second, you can see how we create a method that creates the tube and prints out the result. This is the actual code for modeling the magnet, and you can see how we initialized the conditions and created the code and variables to visualize the bar magnet itself as well. These are two lines of code that we used for Biot-Savart law and the magnetic flux, and you can see how we created methods for both of them by initializing variables. And then lastly, this was a simulation code that is shown on the right, and here we created a code to let the magnet drop out instead of stopping at L itself to calculate valuables such as magnetic force from the tube on the magnet and complete all the laws, basically. And over here you can see the output that the code gave us, and we made an observation between the computational model and the experimental model, which was that the experimental time ended up being 0.5912 seconds, while the computer model ended up being at 0.5930 seconds. Both of these values were pretty close to one another, and then as you can see in the graph, that the time in the tube was 0.593 seconds, and that the slope has a downward, then neutral, then again downward slope. For the source of error, although they were very close, the simulated model is more likely to be accurate due to human error, and this is such as not accurately recording the magnet's enter and exit times. Lastly, for a what-if reflection, for the first question, we know current and resistance are inversely proportional due to Ohm's law, and the formula can be seen below. So if the resistivity went down, the current would grow in magnitude. And a higher current means that the magnitude of the magnetic force would increase, which also makes the magnet fall slower. For the second question, if holes or slots were cut into the tube, how would this affect the ring currents in your model? If these holes or slots were cut into the tube would have less complete rings and the overall figure would have airways that go through it. And this makes the magnetic force weaker on the ring, therefore making the magnet fall faster. The holes in the tube would disrupt the magnetic force, and the model would therefore be incomplete, and there would be no friction.